Hello, everyone, and welcome to English Paper. My name is Alex, and I am very happy to have you here with me today. In this episode, we are going to explore one of the most important and useful topics in English grammar, which is the difference between the simple present tense and the simple past tense. Many English learners feel confused about these two tenses because they seem similar at first, but they are actually used in very different situations. So today, I am going to explain everything step by step in a very clear and detailed way, and I will also give you many examples so that you can understand and use these tenses in your daily life with confidence. Let us begin by understanding what a tense is. In English, a tense shows the time of an action. In simple words, it tells us when something happens. For example, something can happen now, something can happen in the past, or something can happen in the future. In today's lesson, we will focus only on the present and the past. The simple present tense is used to talk about actions that happen regularly, or things that are always true, while the simple past tense is used to talk about actions that already happened and are finished. Now, let us begin with the simple present tense. The simple present tense is one of the most commonly used tenses in English, especially in daily conversations. We use it to talk about our daily routines, our habits, general facts, and things that are always true. For example, if you want to talk about your daily routine, you can say, I wake up early in the morning, I brush my teeth, I eat my breakfast, and I go to work or school. These are actions that happen every day, so we use the simple present tense. Another important use of the simple present tense is to describe general truths or facts. For example, the sun rises in the east. Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius, and birds fly in the sky. These statements are always true, so we use the present tense to describe them. We also use the simple present tense when we talk about habits. For example, you can say, I drink coffee every morning, she reads books every night, or they play cricket on weekends. These sentences describe actions that happen regularly. Now, let us look at the structure of the simple present tense. For most subjects, such as I, you, we, and they, we use the base form of the verb. For example, I play, you work, we study, and they eat. However, when we use the subjects he, she, or it, we need to add a small change to the verb. Usually, we add the letters s or es at the end of the verb. For example, he plays, she works, and it rains. This is a very important rule, and many learners forget it, so you should practice it carefully. Let us take a moment to understand this more clearly. If I say, I eat breakfast every day, that is correct. But if I talk about another person, I must say, he eats breakfast every day. That small letter s changes the sentence and makes it correct. So always remember, when you use he, she, or it, you need to add s or es to the verb. Now, let us move on to the simple past tense. The simple past tense is used to talk about actions that happened in the past and are now finished. For example, if you want to talk about something you did yesterday, you will use the past tense. You can say, I visited my friend yesterday, I watched a movie last night, or I finished my homework in the evening. All of these actions are completed, so we use the past tense. The structure of the simple past tense is easier than the present tense because it does not change with the subject. No matter if you say I, you, he, she, or they, the verb form stays the same. For regular verbs, we usually add ed to the verb. For example, work becomes worked, play becomes played, and watch becomes watched. So you can say, I worked yesterday, she played tennis, and they watched a film. For regular verbs, this very simple form is used for all subjects. However, English also has many irregular verbs, and these verbs do not follow a simple rule. For example, go becomes went, eat becomes ate, and see becomes saw. So you have to learn these forms by practice and repetition. For example, you can say, I went to the market, she ate lunch early, and we saw a beautiful place. These are very common verbs, so it is important to remember them. Now, let us clearly compare the simple present tense and the simple past tense so that you can understand the difference deeply. When you use the simple present tense, you are talking about something that happens regularly or is always true. For example, I play football means it is something you do regularly. But when you say, I played football, it means you did it in the past and the action is finished. Let us take another example. If you say, she eats rice, it means that it is her habit or something she usually does. But if you say, she ate rice, it means she already finished eating rice at some time in the past. In the same way, if you say, they go to school, it means they go regularly. But if you say, they went to school, it means they went at a specific time in the past. Now let us look at some real-life situations to make this clearer. Imagine you are talking about your daily life. You can say, I wake up early, I take a shower, and I go to work. These are present tense sentences because they describe your routine. But if you talk about yesterday, you will say, I woke up late, I took a shower quickly, and I went to work by bus. These are past tense sentences because the actions are finished. Another important point is how we form negative and questions. In the present tense, we use do and does. For example, I do not like coffee and she does not like coffee. In the past tense, we use did.
For example, I did not go to school and she did not call me. One very important rule here is that after did, we always use the base form of the verb. So we say did not go, not did not went. This is a very common mistake, so please be careful. We also use do, does, and did to ask questions. For example, in the present tense, you can ask, "Do you like tea?" or "Does she work here?" In the past tense, you can ask, "Did you go to the party?" or "Did she finish her work?" These forms are very useful in daily conversations, so you should practice them often. Now let us take a short story to understand both tenses together in a natural way. Every day I wake up early and go for a walk. I enjoy the fresh air and listen to music. This is my daily routine, so I use the present tense. Yesterday, however, my routine was different. I woke up late, I did not go for a walk, and I stayed at home. I watched television and relaxed. In this part of the story, I use the past tense because I am talking about something that already happened and finished. As you can see, understanding the difference between the present tense and the past tense is not difficult if you focus on the time of the action. Always ask yourself, is this happening regularly or now, or did it already happen and finish? This simple question can help you choose the correct tense. Before we finish, I want to give you some useful tips to improve your English. Try to practice speaking every day, even if it is only for a few minutes. Make your own sentences using both present and past tenses. Listen to English podcasts and repeat the sentences you hear. Do not be afraid to make mistakes, because mistakes are a natural part of learning. The more you practice, the more confident you will become. And now we have come to the end of today's episode. I hope this detailed explanation helped you understand the simple present tense and the simple past tense more clearly. Keep practicing, keep listening, and keep improving your English every single day. Thank you very much for listening to English Paper. I am Alex, and I will see you again in the next episode with more helpful and interesting lessons. Do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to English Paper for more valuable content. Goodbye and take care.